8000 palabras en inglés. Método de memoria de sonido y forma. Palabras básicas de inglés. Episodio 3.
Fe, get, jet, head, cat.
Stress.
Sílaba tónica.
Fe. Fe. Fair. Fair. Fe. Fe. Fed. Feather. Fell. Felt. Fellow. Fed. Feather. Fell. Felt. Fellow. Fed. Fed.
Alimento.
Fed the cat. Fed the cat.
Alimentó al gato.
Feather. Feather.
Pluma.
Pull a feather out. Pull a feather out.
Arrancar una pluma.
Fell. Fell.
Cayó.
He fell. He fell.
Él cayó.
Felt. Felt.
Se sintió.
Felt nervous. Felt nervous.
Se sintió nervioso, se sintió nerviosa.
Fellow. Fellow.
Compañero.
All his fellows. All his fellows.
Todos sus compañeros.
Fed. Feather. Fell. Felt. Fellow. Fed. Feather. Fell. Felt. Fellow.
Fair, 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 fairness, unfair, affair, fairly, fairy, fair, fair, fairness, unfair, affair, fairly, fairy, fair, fair.
Tarifa.
Paid your fare. Paid your fare.
Pagaste tu tarifa.
Fair, fair.
Justo.
Fair judge. Fair judge.
Juez justo.
Fairness. Fairness.
Equidad.
Fairness argument. Fairness argument.
Argumento de equidad.
Unfair. Unfair.
Injusto.
Unfair sometimes. Unfair sometimes.
A veces injusto.
Affair. Affair.
Asunto.
Whole affair. Whole affair.
Todo el asunto.
Fairly. Fairly.
Bastante.
Was fairly difficult. Was fairly difficult.
Fue bastante difícil.
Fairy. Fairy.
Hada.
Fairy tales. Fairy tales.
Cuentos de hadas.
Fair. Fair. Fairness. Unfair. Affair. Fairly. Fairy. Fair. Fair. Fairness. Unfair. Affair. Fairly. Fairy.
Fe. Affect. Effect. Infect. Affect. Effect. Infect. Affect. Affect.
Afectar.
Affect my decision. Affect my decision.
Afectar mi decisión.
Effect. Effect.
Efecto.
Negative effect. Negative effect.
Efecto negativo.
Infect. Infect.
Infectar.
Infect other students. Infect other students.
Infectar a otros estudiantes.
Affect. Effect. Infect. Affect. Effect. Infect.
Fed. Affect. Affection. Affectionate. Effect. Effective. Effectively. Affect. Affection. Affectionate. Effect. Effective. Effectively. Affect. Affect.
Afectar.
Affect my decision. affect my decision.
Afectar mi decisión.
Affection, affection.
Afecto.
Transferred its affection. Transferred its affection.
Transfirió su afecto.
Affectionate, affectionate.
Cariñoso, cariñosa.
Affectionate smile. Affectionate smile.
Sonrisa cariñosa.
Effect, effect.
Efecto.
Negative effect. Negative effect.
Efecto negativo.
Effective, effective.
Efectivo.
Equally effective. Equally effective.
Igualmente efectivo.
Effectively, effectively.
Eficazmente.
Perform effectively. Perform effectively.
Desempeñarse eficazmente.
Affect, affection, affectionate. Effect, effective, effectively. Affect, affection, affectionate. Effect, effective, effectively.
Fe. Infect. Infection. Infectious. Disinfectant. Defective. Confess. Infect. Infection. Infectious. Disinfectant. Defective. Confess. Infect. Infect.
Infectar.
Infect other students. Infect other students.
Infectar a otros estudiantes.
Infection. Infection.
Infección.
A bacterial infection. A bacterial infection.
Una infección bacteriana.
Infectious. Infectious.
Infeccioso, infecciosa.
Infectious diseases. Infectious diseases.
Enfermedades infecciosas.
Disinfectant. Disinfectant.
Desinfectante.
Disinfectant kills germs. Disinfectant kills germs.
El desinfectante mata los gérmenes.
Defective. Defective.
Defectuoso.
Defective merchandise. Defective merchandise.
Mercancía defectuosa.
Confess. Confess.
Confesar.
Confess her ignorance. Confess her ignorance.
Confesar su ignorancia.
Infect. Infection. Infectious. Disinfectant. Defective. Confess. Infect. Infection. Infectious. Disinfectant. Defective. Confess.
Fed. Fence. Defend. Defense. Offend. Offender. Offending. Offense. Offensive. Fence. Defend. Defense. Offend. Offender. Offending. Offense. Offensive. Fence. Fence.
Valla.
Over the fence. Over the fence.
Sobre la valla.
Defend. Defend.
Defender.
Defend him. Defend him.
Defenderlo.
Defense. Defense.
Defensa.
Mutual defense. Mutual defense.
Defensa mutua.
Offend. Offend.
Ofender.
Offend anybody. Offend anybody.
Ofender a alguien.
Offender. Offender.
Infractor.
Sex offender. Sex offender.
Delincuente sexual.
Offending. Offending.
Ofender.
Avoid offending. Avoid offending.
Evitar ofender.
Offense. Offense.
Delito.
First offense. First offense.
Primer delito.
Offensive. Offensive.
Ofensivo.
Offensive weapon. Offensive weapon.
Arma ofensiva.
Fence. Defend. Defense. Offend. Offender. offending, offense, offensive, fence, defend, defense, offend, offender, offending, offense, offensive.
Stress.
Sílaba tónica.
Get. 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 Forget. Guess. Guessed. Again. Against. Get. Forget. Guess. Guessed. Again. Against. Get. Get.
Obtener.
Get the money. Get the money.
Obtener el dinero.
Forget. Forget.
Olvidar.
Forget the whole thing. Forget the whole thing.
Olvidar todo el diagonal asunto.
Guess. Guess.
Adivinar.
Guess what happened. Guess what happened.
Adivina qué pasó.
Guest. Guest.
Invitado.
Special guest. Special guest.
Invitado especial.
Again. Again.
Otra vez.
Kissed her again. Kissed her again.
La besó otra vez.
Against. Against.
En contra de.
Against the idea. Against the idea.
En contra de la idea.
Get. Forget. Guess. Guessed. Again. Against. Get. Forget. Guess. Guessed. Again. Against. Stress.
Sílaba tónica.
Jet. 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 Eject. Inject. Injection. Jet. Eject. Inject. Injection. Jet. Jet.
Jet.
Private jet. Private jet.
Jet privado.
Eject. Eject.
Expulsar.
Eject the CD. Eject the CD.
Expulsar el CD.
Inject. Inject.
Inyectar.
Inject malware. Inject malware.
Inyectar malware.
Injection. Injection.
Inyección.
The second injection. The second injection.
La segunda inyección.
Jet. Eject. Inject. Injection. Jet. Eject. Inject. Injection.
Jet, jet, jelly, jealous, jealousy, jelly, jealous, jealousy, jelly, jelly,
Gelatina.
a bowl of jelly, a bowl of jelly,
Un tazón de gelatina.
jealous, jealous,
Celoso, celosa.
seriously jealous, seriously jealous,
Seriamente celoso, celosa.
jealousy, jealousy,
Celos.
full of jealousy, full of jealousy,
Lleno, llena de celos.
jelly, jealous, jealousy, jelly, jealous, jealousy,
Jet. Gem. Gentle. Gentleman. Suggest. Suggestion. Gem. Gentle. Gentleman. Suggest. Suggestion. Gem. Gem.
Gema.
Ring without a gem. Ring without a gem.
Anillo sin una gema.
Gentle. Gentle.
Amable.
Gentle boy. Gentle boy.
Chico amable.
Gentleman. Gentleman.
Caballero.
A true gentleman. A true gentleman.
Un verdadero caballero.
Suggest. Suggest.
Sugerir.
Suggest for the job. Suggest for the job.
Sugerir para el trabajo.
Suggestion. Suggestion.
Sugerencia.
My suggestion. My suggestion.
Mi sugerencia.
Gem. Gentle. Gentleman. Suggest. Suggestion. Gem. Gentle. Gentleman. Suggest. Suggestion. Stress.
Sílaba tónica.
Head. Head. Hair.
Head. Head. Overhead. Headache. Heading. Headline. Headlong. Ahead. Head. Overhead. Headache. Heading. Headline. Headlong. Ahead. Head. Head.
Cabeza.
Held her head. Held her head.
Sostenía su cabeza.
Overhead. Overhead.
Por encima.
Plane passed overhead. Plane passed overhead.
El avión pasó por encima.
Headache. Headache.
Dolor de cabeza.
Slight headache. Slight headache.
Ligero dolor de cabeza.
Heading. Heading.
Encabezado.
Heading typeface. Heading typeface.
Tipo de letra de encabezado.
Headline. Headline.
Titular.
Newspaper headline. Newspaper headline.
Titular de periódico.
Headlong. Headlong.
Precipitado.
Headlong decision. Headlong decision.
Decisión precipitada.
Ahead. Ahead.
Adelante.
Road ahead. Road ahead.
Camino adelante.
Head. Overhead. Headache. Heading. Headline. Headlong. Ahead. Head. Overhead. Headache. Heading. Headline. Headlong. Ahead.
Head. Head. Heavy. Heavily. Heaven. Hedge. Heavy. Heavily. Heaven. Hedge. Heavy. Heavy.
Importante.
Suffered heavy losses. Suffered heavy losses.
Sufrió pérdidas importantes.
Heavily. Heavily.
Pesadamente.
Fell heavily. Fell heavily.
Cayó pesadamente.
Heaven. Heaven.
Cielo.
Had gone to heaven. Had gone to heaven.
Había ido al cielo.
Hedge. Hedge.
Seto.
Clipping the hedge. Clipping the hedge.
Recortando el seto.
Heavy. Heavily. Heaven. Hedge. Heavy. Heavily. Heaven. Hedge.
Head. Hair. Hair. Haircut. Hairpin. Hem. Hen. Hair. Haircut. Hairpin. Hem. Hen. Hair. Hair.
Cabello.
Rumpled his hair. Rumpled his hair.
Despeinó su cabello.
Haircut. Haircut.
Corte de pelo.
Get a haircut. Get a haircut.
Córtate el pelo.
Hairpin. Hairpin.
Horquilla.
Wear the hairpin. Wear the hairpin.
Usa la horquilla.
Hem. Hem.
Dobladillo.
Hem of the skirt. Hem of the skirt.
Dobladillo de la falda.
Hen. Hen.
Gallina.
Feed the hen. Feed the hen.
Alimenta a la gallina.
Hair. Haircut. Hairpin. hem, hen. Hair, haircut, hairpin, hem, hen.
He. Help. Helper. Helpful. Held. Beheld. Upheld. Withheld. Help. Helper. Helpful. Held. Beheld. Upheld. Withheld. Help. Help.
Ayudar.
Help ease the pain. Help ease the pain.
Ayudar a aliviar el dolor.
Helper. Helper.
Ayudante.
As their helper. As their helper.
Como su ayudante.
Helpful. Helpful.
Útil.
Helpful comments. Helpful comments.
Comentarios útiles.
Held. Held.
Sujetado.
Held on tightly. Held on tightly.
Sujetado fuertemente.
Beheld. Beheld.
Contempló.
Beheld him. Beheld him.
Lo contempló.
Upheld. Upheld.
Confirmado.
Upheld the sentence. Upheld the sentence.
Confirme la sentencia.
Withheld. Withheld.
Retenido.
Amount of tax withheld. Amount of tax withheld.
Cantidad de impuestos retenidos.
Help. Helper. Helpful. Held. Beheld. Upheld. Withheld. Help. Helper. Helpful. Held. Beheld. Upheld. Withheld.
He, he. Hell, helmet, health, healthy. Hell, helmet, health, healthy. Hell, hell.
Infierno.
Life of hell. Life of hell.
Vida diagonal de diagonal infierno.
Helmet, helmet.
Casco.
Crash helmet. Crash helmet.
Casco diagonal de diagonal seguridad.
Health, health.
Salud.
Harm his health. Harm his health.
Dañar diagonal su diagonal salud.
Healthy, healthy.
Saludable.
Healthy eating. Healthy eating.
Alimentación diagonal saludable.
Hell, helmet, health, healthy. Hell, helmet, health, healthy.
Stress.
Sílaba tónica.
Care. 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 Kept. Kettle. Care. Careful. Careless. Scare. Scary. Scarce. Kept. Kettle. Care. Careful. Careless. Scare. Scary. Scarce. Kept. Kept.
Mantuvo.
Kept very slim. Kept very slim.
Mantuvo diagonal muy diagonal delgado.
Kettle. Kettle.
Hervidor.
Electric kettle. Electric kettle.
Hervidor diagonal eléctrico.
Care. Care.
Cuidado.
Care for her. Care for her.
Cuidar diagonal de diagonal ella.
Careful. Careful.
Cuidadoso.
More careful. More careful.
Más diagonal cuidadoso.
Careless. Careless.
Descuidado.
Careless driver. Careless driver.
Conductor diagonal descuidado.
Scare. Scare.
Amenaza.
A bomb scare. A bomb scare.
Una diagonal amenaza diagonal de diagonal bomba.
Scary. Scary.
Aterrador.
Looks scary. Looks scary.
Parece diagonal aterrador.
Scarce. Scarce.
Escaso.
Food was scarce. Food was scarce.
La diagonal comida diagonal era diagonal escasa.
Kept. Kettle. Care. Careful. Careless. Scare. Scary. Scarce. Kept. Kettle. Care. Careful. Careless. Scare. Scary. Scarce.
Hemos lanzado videos sobre el método de memorización de palabras en inglés con 8000 palabras. En el futuro, continuaremos lanzando nuevos videos sobre pronunciación de letras en inglés, lectura fluida, entonación, oraciones gramaticales, categorización de situaciones y categorización profesional. Los invitamos a seguir suscribiéndose y viendo nuestros videos. Gracias.